where you're at. You are listening to Arthie Moore coming to you live on IBGR, the Profit Radio Network. Now, IBGR stands for International Business Growth Radio. And what's exciting is that this is the platform to come to where everything a business owner needs to know is here. So if you're a business owner, anything you want to do to grow in terms of your business, whether it is to start, grow, exit a business, we are here for you. So we welcome you to come grow with us. So if you are listening for the first time, I am your host, your on-air talent, Arthie Moore, coming to you live from South Africa, known as a compassionate leader of influence. I'm also the co-founder of Key Leadership Institute with my incredible partner, Moore-Robberts, as well as I am the founder of Celebrating Humanity International. Now, having over 23 years worth of experience in entrepreneurship has given me some incredible insights, and it's been such a thrilling journey to be a part of the IBGR family. So I want to tell you a little bit more and welcome you on IBGR, our website. If you go to www.ibgr.network, you are going to be able to check out my profile there and also connect with the incredible on-air talent from around the world. I cannot tell you how stunning it is to be on this platform. Oh, by the way, if you are listening to us in real time during the show, thank you and welcome. If you're listening to us on one of the, or to myself on one of the recordings, you can always connect and interact with us on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, Twitter, and also on our incredible app on the IBGR network, which is available on Play Store or iOS. So it's so exciting. And also, one of the most stunning things is that when you get to ibgr.network, please go and press 1 to listen to your helpline options. Now, when you're listening to us live, you're also able to join the ibgr.community to connect in real time with real entrepreneurs to get answers to your specific business questions. IBGR.network is your real-time business helpline. So please join us because today we're actually delving into a beautiful topic, something that a lot of people battle with. And you know, what's incredible about our IBGR radio station is that they've allowed us, the visionaries behind this platform, Donna and William, allowed us to create our own content. They gave us free reign to speak into you, into some of the challenges we have experienced in our own businesses. And what have we done to actually alleviate that, overcome that, and also succeed in different areas? How did we conquer these challenges? And what we're doing is sharing those ideas and ideologies with you. And we hope that you get some incredible insights that helps you on your path to success. Now, last week's episode, I actually spoke into, and that was episode 7, I spoke into how ladies and gentlemen can unite and collaborate for each other's success. I was looking at gender roles in the business and what we can do to help each other grow. And now this week, we're actually delving into another incredible topic that I absolutely love because I've been studying this and implementing it over the last 23 years with numerous companies, and that is conflict resolution techniques. Now, I believe that conflict resolution techniques is a gift to your workforce. And the reason I say that is because most people do not realize the value of what they have got. So just to recap, you are listening to Arthie Moore on IBGR Network. So by the end of our time together, you're going to understand why it is important as a business owner or entrepreneur to know where, when, and how to network, build relationships, be more effective with your time, and implement the tools and the techniques that I'm sharing with you to help you fast track the success in your own company. Now, today we're talking about conflict resolution techniques. And the reason why it stands out for me is that I believe that this is the one area that causes wars, breakups, divorces, breakdown in communication, isolation and dissent in relationships. And it is also the inability for individuals to either step up or step down when it comes to conflict. Now, when we look at it from different points of view, we realize that conflict is a natural part of the human experience. The way we do this, what we do, how do we communicate, everything about us and our intentions talks lots and loads into where conflict can be resolved, where it is created, and where it continues. And so when you think about it, imagine if we could prevent wars if people just listen to each other. We could prevent wars and dissent and racism and prejudice and xenophobia just because people took the time to listen and honor each other. We could actually prevent breakups in relationships because people stopped long enough to listen and respect each other. Now, I'm starting to see a trend here, and most of it I can see is coming from human behavioral traits. Now, it is human behavior that we're talking about. And if we're talking into behavior, does it not make sense that that is something that we can do to change, adjust, and we can also realign so that we get better results? I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense that companies are battling. Now I can understand why companies battle to address conflict amongst their employees. I mean, why they have to resort to policies and procedures, rules and regulations to govern how people ought to behave. And that right there is why conflict resolution techniques are so sought after. When we start to put rules and regulations and policies in place, what we're trying to do is manage human behavior. What I'm saying is that if this is something that can be realigned and people can take responsibility for, does it not make sense to give people the tools and the ability to now fast track the way they speak in terms of tools and techniques to challenge their own thinking, to help them with a mindset that they can honor and value people as they are. And if I can take responsibility for what falls out my mouth, does it not make sense that I can also take responsibility for how I guide a conversation to prevent conflict? I'll give you an example. I was talking to a lady recently who said that she was fired from her job because she made an inappropriate comment during COVID. Now, here's the thing. Wasn't just a simple misunderstanding. She honestly wanted to get an answer from a group of ladies that she was working with. And all she asked was, how do people of a certain culture manage to communicate or talk to each other whilst using the masks? Whereas we are right now, for the first time, are using the masks and we are battling. It was a simple statement taken out of context, became a conflict situation. There was anger. There was uh, people felt prejudiced. There was an uprising in an uproar amongst the entire group of ladies saying that this was inappropriate and disgusting. Now, one simple sentence, and I had to think about this very carefully. How do I give her advice? One simple sentence that caused a whole racial conflict. And then it became, it's because you are this culture and I am of this culture that you felt that you could make these inappropriate comments. Now, what fascinated me is that the lady that made the comment did not mean any harm. She merely wanted to ask a question out of curiosity. And see, what came out of this, and my understanding, was that people will interpret things in the way that they grew up based on their experiences and expectations, based on how they feel in that moment. And what happens is that they actually project their thinking and their belief systems, and then you wonder why people sit in anger and frustration and hatred. And there's a lack of thoughtfulness in how people will then say sorry or even apologize for their bit or their part of the conversation that led to the person being fired. Now, there was a lot of I'm right, you are wrong. There was a lot of posturing. There was a lot of threats of, I will take legal action against you. I'm going to take legal action against your company if they don't do something about it. And see, for me in that moment, I took a step back and thought, where is the disconnect coming from? Where did people get to the point where they felt that they're so right that they could take away somebody's livelihood based on their interpretation of a situation that became a highly fused, highly fueled conflict situation? Now, reaction was the key. And so I think that is something that we need to delve into in the next part of our session. But for now, we're going to take a short 2-minute break. But when we return, we'll be talking about why there's a real need for a different approach in the way we interact with conflict resolution techniques. So join us. Become a member of our Insiders Network by going to our website, www.ibgr.network, and click the Join Us link. Also connect and interact with us on social media, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and yes, of course, our app. Now, I'm looking forward to connecting with you and to talking more into this incredible story that we're delving into, because I realize that it's such an important one. This is such a brilliant topic, and I don't want to miss out on any aspect that will help you to grow in your business. I realize that as business owners, you are going to be interacting with people all the time. So when we get back, I do know that this is something of importance to every single one of us, not just in business, but in our personal, social, and every other environment in terms of interaction. I look forward to connecting with you again in a few minutes. Until then, see you now.